you're a guy that hung your hat on the defensive end. When you watch Oklahoma City, how do you explain how good they are at turning people over and then converting those into what are basically pick sixes?
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I tell you that, man. But when you got a big man behind you like Chet, and you got what's his name, Hartenstein.
Hartenstein, yeah.
Man, it's easy to pressure that perimeter. I mean, that's what made me all them defensive teams, man, just pressuring the perimeter, knowing I got Marc Gasol behind me. We all tied together, Chris. You know, playing defense, and you get into those half-court sets, it's detail-based. Like, if I'm beat baseline, I'm gonna need the bottom guy to come over there and rotate to the baseline so he could be square to be ready to take a charge or contest the shot. You get what I'm saying? And it's the same thing when you get in the pick and roll. If you're the weak side man and you got a DeAndre Jordan rolling down the lane, where in this league now you got a guy stretching for three, you need to get your ass over there. You see what I'm saying? And being tied together, I think they got that. Whoever they defensive coordinator is over there, he got those guys on the string, but it definitely helps when you got Chet and the other big fella in the back with Caruso hacking. I wouldn't say hacking, but he hounded people.
Is he doing what you did, TA? Would you know the ref's not gonna call it? You know what you can get away with?
Yeah, well, the idea that the small guy can get away with infinitely more versus the big guy. I mean, look, if you're Julius Randle, you were thinking you can body the smaller guy, but I mean, if they're gonna let you clutch and grab and get away with everything, do you feel that way as a smaller defender that they're not gonna call it if you're guarding the big guy?
No, I mean, you got to figure the size is a factor simply because you using all your strength and willpower to try to even compete with the big fella that's got you about 6-7 inches. You see what I'm saying? So the referees probably be a little more lenient to the guard, but don't get it twisted. That ain't an easy task. Julius Randle he gonna give you the smoke. I think Jokic, he a little more finesse. I'm looking at Randle in that block. If they put Caruso on him, I think he's gonna be a little more wild with it. He's gonna catch a few elbows. It's gonna be a few. Let me look at the monitor situations when you got to guard a guy like Randle, though.
Yeah, that was interesting because what we've seen Caruso on Jaren and on Jokic in these last two series. It's kind of wild that they're getting away with that, but it speaks to how amazing he is defensively.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see if Randle gonna be able to cook like he been in the last two series, TA, because he ain't played against no bigs yet, and he been an all-star. Now he got to face Hartenstein, he got to face Chet.
Randle is a weird deal though because I've talked about him a lot. He's one of these oddball, forwards where it's like he's too quick for your biggest guy, but he can out-muscle your smaller guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like the old.
And I'm scared of that matchup right there.
It's like the tight end. It's like the tight end in football thing, right? Like the Gronk thing, where it's like he's too fast for your linebackers and he's too big for your corners. Yeah, he's just a weird hybrid. Like he's a face-up power forward who actually goes to the basket and spin moves, but then he steps out and hits shots. Like he has been awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Yep, from that free throw line extended. Like they put him in that little action. I'm not really sure how they get in that action. But once he gets to that right part of the free throw line, it's curtains for you because he's driving left, he's spinning, he might fake spin, he might head fake, put a little Zebo in it, miss it, get it back, get the foul, then elbow you in your face. He is a wild scorer, bro. And then when he's shooting the three, that's another attribute to his game that you probably didn't expect because y'all saw how the year started out. He wasn't hitting them up at first. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Then all of a sudden he started hitting it. Then all of a sudden now we talking, hold on, Timberwolves didn't get the short end of the stick on this deal. Matter of fact, this might work.
Well, and it's so wild because it's like you expect Anthony Edwards to be really good, you expect SGA to be really good, and then we talk about who's like the second guy. And Jalen Williams had 3 games, and he shot over 55% in those 3 games and was absolutely fantastic, right? And these are games where it's flying up and down and they're getting buckets in transition.
Meaningful.
And he's feeling good about himself. The other 4 games in the series, he shot 24% from the field. And it's like, so who do we trust more? Right? Like they're both, it's like, do we trust Jalen Williams on Oklahoma City more than we do Julius Randle?
I think it depends on the matchup, to be honest with you. Because like I don't know who are you gonna put on him if you're Oklahoma City. Like how do you guard that? Like do you do the small with the help side big, or do you go big and just go 1-on-1? Like how would you, if you was in that locker room today, T, how would you guard it? Would you put the small on him? Would you go big on him? That's what I'm worried.
Because I think you're going to use Dort on
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's the primary defender on him for sure.
Right.
I think on the defense side, Caruso is really a wild card. Him and Wallace.
He really is.
Yeah, it's like you can put
him because if Randle starts tomato chesting Chet,
you're gonna put Caruso on him.
Right.
You throw Caruso on to give him a good look, and you kind of frustrate him. But I'm pretty sure Randle is definitely preparing for that. But the way he handled his own with Jokic, I think he's prepared to be a post defender.